Hello everyone, and welcome back to A Foreigner and Family Farming in the Philippines. We did get our resupply for the fence project here, and it looks like that was supposed to be about 3 cubics of sand. And it looks like that's pretty much that's about what it is. And these are just fence posts here, although a lot of the cement mixing actually occurs on the ground here. And we're not sifting it, it's just for fence post, to get the fence post set in the ground, so we're not sifting it for fine sand. And then we got some more barbed wire and some more cement. We got 12 more barbed wires. I'm just bringing them over as we need them. That makes about 30 barbed wires in all so far for this project, and then got 6 more sacks of concrete, which makes about 12 sacks of concrete so far for this project. And the reason for that is because most of the posts were the cement, or just put in and packed in with the dirt, the clay here, because with the bamboo fence posts. And so this project is moving along. Oh, we've got a couple of cement fence posts still over here. We've got about 30 more fence posts back up at the top of the hill, but we're just using these up. And this is that fence post that was attacked by vandals. We just got a new one in there and got that repaired. So that's all that took, and we haven't had any other issues so far, so hopefully that was the last of it. And I was walking along here and I saw this durian tree. I thought I'd stop and take a couple of shots of it. It's got a bunch of flowers there. Let's see if I can zoom in a little bit to see those. I don't know, back in the United States, I know we're not too familiar with the durian tree, but here it's a very popular fruit. It's supposed to have a pungent odor, and the folks that like it really like it. Those are some of the flowers. And that right there is one of the young fruits. Got a couple of them here. And they can get rather large. These are just little baseball size. It's kind of funny because I've run into some bees around here, but apparently the flies really love these flowers because they were hovering around it. Also, we did go ahead and burn this little patch. Got a little, where the fence is here. Got this bamboo, this little patch here. I mean, bamboo is so useful. It's nice to have it on the property, but it also can be a little bit of a problem sometimes. I know that could overtake the fence, but the main reason we actually burned this particular one is there were apparently 3 cobras in this little bamboo patch. And it gets kind of messy. I guess they like it around the base. It's got holes for them to work around in, and I have yet to see my first cobra in the Philippines, and from what I hear, I'd rather not. Also, yesterday we had these banana trees, this is where the barbed wire has made it up to so far. It's just being hidden, the barbed wire, by the branches there, but it's underneath there. And we had just chopped down a couple of these banana trees because they were going to fall right on the fence relatively soon. I actually don't even want those there. It's just too close to the fence to be having anything that can potentially that large, because those are some pretty large banana stalks there that could fall right on the fence. And this is a look of the posts we've got laid out so far for the fence here. We've got them already moving, and again, we're using the bamboo. I'm coming back with the Madre de Cacao and doing a living fence to take over as the post, because these bamboo would probably last 2 to 3 years. And that's where we got a lot of the bamboo. That patch is being burned out as well. I would love a perfect square, but this property does have some odd lines on it. And we followed the survey markers. Kind of takes us away from the creek there, because there is a creek, I guess, in the rainy season that would be flowing with some water. You don't want to remove yourself from too many water sources, but hopefully that's not where we're going to be getting our water from anyway. That's a whole another issue which hasn't even been addressed yet. But this little patch back here, I know we touched on it before. It had the banana trees, and I know it's messy. There's a lot of banana leaves that I need to take off that should be taken off. I still haven't gotten a pole saw. It's not even on my immediate to-do list yet, just because I've got so many other things going on with just getting these the fences up and the borders squared away, because of the issue I had over there with the rubbers getting burned. Somebody burning bamboo over there and burning the some of the bananas on the other property. I caught them doing that yesterday, and then they skedaddled when I went over there to check it out. And it's because the fence post over there I did with some bamboo. I also used some cement posts, but I never came back with the Madre de Cacao, made a living fence. And also there are some other issues over there with some bamboo patches. It gets kind of messy when you're trying to run through there with the fencing. Sometimes the bamboo, it makes it difficult. I think there's a couple patches that just need to be eliminated over there to help with the fence, and it looks like somebody already did a starter job on that with burning up the bamboo over there. So then we're going to get that fence and secure that area, because it looks like folks are using that as a trail. But while I'm here at the bananas, just wanted to show that, yeah, clean these up. These are looking a lot better. The bananas, even just from cleaning them up like I did, the bananas that are up there look much healthier than they did prior. Like we had cut off a couple of bushels and they just looked wrong. Those were the ones I had just shown are the Saba bananas, which are the cooking type. And then further back are just the Lacatan. And this is just a small patch. There are like 4 or 5 other patches of bananas around this particular area, but this is the one I just liked back here. And I cleaned up the trees, and I probably haven't laid out these compost piles. It might be good to when I lay that up above one, so that way when there is rain, it kind of catches the moisture, helps break those down, retains moisture for the trees, and breaks down the leaves into compost. And I have seen it, and I don't like it. I think part of what was making these unhealthy, now it helps with the new shoots coming up, because you only want to have 1 shoot per root system area there coming up. And this one has the 2, but it already had the bananas on it, so I left it. Those bananas will ripen, which they're actually pretty close to taking down. I took some Lacatans a little too early. Apparently with the Saba, you can take those when they're still green. They're a cooking banana. The Lacatans, you need to wait till they start turning yellow. I took a bundle of those because I like them. They're nice, sweet bananas. And I took them a little too early, and they're not ripening. So those you have to wait on a little bit. And so yes, with these piles, it is pretty messy. Got to get that cleaned up. Oh, but when I do see, when folks do chop down a stalk, let's see if I can mosey on over to this one. This one's bad. I got tired of chopping down old trees too. It's a small area, but it was still rough. The maintenance is so easy when you come through on the banana tree, when you're just trimming the dead leaves or the extra leaves off, even with a pole saw. But when you're doing a cleanup on some that were old, and you've got the old stalks that are bent over and rotting, that's a little bit tougher to clean up. And this right here, these are the Lacatan bananas. Very tasty. The ones that we have in the US are the Cavendish bananas. And I'm hearing that there's a worldwide issue with bananas right now, a fungal issue. And I'm hoping that's more towards just the Cavendish, because if you hear about issues with that they have with propagating monocrops and the damage, the harm that can do. So I'm hoping that's just isolated to the Cavendish banana, but I'm going to go ahead and increase my spacing a little bit just to help avoid any type of fungal issues as well. But here you would have, like, there should only be one stalk. I've got 3. And if you see over here, there were 2 over here that I cut. I don't know what the proper 3, 4, there were 4 stalks prior, what the proper protocol is for clearing those, but it was just, folks were just leaving the ones, once the bananas were taken, then that stalk dies, and that's good, because then the next one comes up and has bananas, and you want them all focused. You want the banana to focus on that stalk and not the others. And so, but when they were cutting, leaving the other ones just to kind of fall down, or they'd chop them and lay them in the center there, it would create a, just looks like a breeding ground of fungus and rot. And I know that would retain some moisture for the root system, but it's just, it looked like it was creating more problems. So I'm just tinkering with clearing that out and keeping those clear around the base, rather than having that rot type issue going on that could lead to bacteria and fungus. And they look healthy. It's just maybe as the dry season gets a little further along, that might pose an issue there, but I need to find out. So I did it like that. And this particular bunch, it has the 2 stalks going, and both of them are fruiting. A lot of these are fruiting. I'm looking forward to having some bananas. The ones that I took them a little too early, and I'm thinking, oh, these will be great. I'll just let them ripen off the vine, or ripen off the stalk, and they never did. So that's just a little update on what I've got going on over here, trying to get this fence squared away, get the border secure, and then get working on some other actual farming type stuff that'll be a lot more interesting. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe.